Okay, so where do I begin? So 4.5 months ago, I left. I went on a trek across multiple countries. I think I was like, God, in between, probably somewhere between 215 to 200, 225 pounds. I just got home and weighed myself. I weigh 180. And I was supposed to get in good shape for people. My ribs were showing. I got a 6 pack of my 8 pack going in my stomach. But I guess it wasn't enough because they wanted me to just keep going. They're saying almost perfect, but not quite. You almost look like a skeleton. We're not quite satisfied with the way you look. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. But anyways, they needed a specific look, and if I had gotten any skinnier, it would have been causing me health issues. We'll put it that way. So now that I'm home, I get to eat good again. Like tonight, I'm gonna have some homemade chili. It's not Texas chili because it's got beans in it, right? But I don't know what the Texans are thinking because Texas chili is like only meat, right? I don't know why you take out the heart healthy stuff just to eat meat when you can just eat a fucking steak on a barbecue instead of having chili. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, there's fresh dragon cayenne in there, fresh onions, fresh tomatoes, all from my garden. I got a salad right here, right? Finally eating right. So I got a salad with a fresh tomato, fresh onion, fresh bell pepper. I didn't grow the bell pepper, but everything else I grew. 3 different kinds of veggies in there. I got to go pull some garlic greens out. And then I'm making some homemade ice cream right now. Gonna be like banana blueberry ice cream, and that's gonna be my meal for the night. Kind of eating like a fat ass. So and this is kind of cool. I got my first Carpathian walnut off my trees that we planted a few years ago. So that's pretty badass. It's cool to get my first walnut, right? I'm gonna eat that too, just as a fun thing. Smash it with a hammer or my axe or whatever. But yeah, now that I'm back home, kicking back, enjoying life. God, I lost fucking 35 or 40 pounds just because I was walking around doing like marathon walks every day. So it was crazy. The last country that I went to, I stayed 2.5 months there. Within the first couple weeks that I was there, I got a heat rash because it was a record-breaking heat wave that was there. So I was drinking like a gallon and a half of water a day outside. It was like 95 to 100 degrees during the day and like 80 degrees, 85 degrees at night, Fahrenheit. And it lasted for weeks. And the whole time I had a heat rash. My feet were all blistered up. And I was sick too. I had a flu of some kind. It was just like a standard cold. It wasn't anything that was bad. It was funny because the Africa was complaining about monkeypox outbreak. I'm like, yeah, it's not monkeypox. Even though I had my feet were blistered up and I had like a rash that looked like a pox or whatever. It was just a heat rash. And then I had mosquitoes eating the shit out of me. I was sleeping outside a lot of the time just because I figured I'd rather sleep outside than sleep in a hotel and sleep somewhere else. It was kind of an experience. I wanted to see what it was like for specific reasons. Anyways, I hung out there for 2.5 months just trying to figure out what my next goal was, what was wanted from me to do, and it's kind of one of those things where every opportunity that was presented to me had a catch. And so I wasn't willing to accept those opportunities because, they hold it over my head or they'd use it against me for one reason or another, and I just wasn't going to have that. So everything that looked like a good deal, not so much. You gotta plan ahead. You gotta be smart and know what the fuck they're trying to get you into, in the long run. So it may look pretty, it may look good, but then you'll turn around and you know that it's gonna have a catch or it's gonna have a problem that comes in the long run. But yeah, I've been enjoying myself, but I have to say this is my flying helmet. But I have to say that there are some people that I would want to work with because I think that I can trust them. But at the same time, they can't fuck me around like they did before. They can't make me run a marathon every fucking day. Tell me I'm not running enough until my feet bleed because my blisters. I've run out of blisters of skin, right? You have blisters that grow and blisters grow under blisters grow under blisters. You got like 6 layers of blisters. You run out of skin eventually. And they're saying just a little bit further, it's like my feet have been bleeding for fucking weeks and you want me to keep going. Kind of like, you know what's going on, right? I've told you my feet are bleeding and you're saying keep going. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So when I see that, it's like, how much do you really care about me? You're kind of like a culture that likes to dehumanize each other. right? You like to treat each other like animals. I don't appreciate that. We don't do that in America. That's not how we work here. So, you know, sucks when the door's closed. You know, when you close a door, you're like, nah, not happening. You don't want to try and run into that door because it's going to be like running into a brick wall at 100 miles an hour. You won't survive. So, like I said, I wouldn't mind working with some specific people if they can get their shit together and they won't fuck with me like the way that they did when I was over there. You know, they ran out of shit to do to me. They were trying to deprive me of sleep to turn me into an asshole, obviously, because they wanted a negative reaction. They wanted to poke at me, beat me with a stick, and then say, look at how he reacted. Look at that asshole. He's acting like an asshole because I poked him with the stick. I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you jackasses. Anyways, these people seem to be pretty cool. But the people that were poking at me out in public and stuff like that, I'm like barely getting sleep any night. And they're poking at me with a stick during the day when I'm nodding off on a bench or whatever, making loud noises. First couple weeks that I was there, it was dead silence. They're all sitting there watching me, trying to figure me out. I'm going, what the hell is going on? And it's all a monoculture. Everybody was the same ethnicity. And I'm going, this country's got millions and millions of people in it, and I know that they have other people in it besides just the ethnicity that is the indigenous people there. I'm looking around, I'm going, there is not one other person around here that looks like me or anybody else other than the people of this country. So it was like me and everyone in this country for weeks, and they sat there silently staring at me. And I'm like, what's going on? I finally realized they were watching me. They wanted to figure out what I was about because I'm unique, I'm interesting, and they knew about me before I came. So they wanted to figure me out. They wanted to get to know me well enough so they could take advantage of basically anything that you would say that would be of an interesting character they could use to improve upon their own personality, improve upon what they would use it for, maybe something in the lines of what you would call entertainment. And so I kind of looked at that and I went, you guys aren't stealing my personality. You're not going to steal my personality. You have no fucking idea who I am. You have no idea the depth of what you're dealing with here. So, it's kind of funny because there's an old saying. This is a quote. The quote of the day is, "Don't stare into the abyss too long. Don't stare into the abyss for too long because the abyss eventually stares back at you." So, it's kind of like that. But anyways, they sat there quietly and watched me. And after the first month and a half, it's like all the other ethnicities started showing up. I'm like, oh look. There's white people. Oh, look, there's some black people. I'm like, where were they the first month and a half that I was sitting around? They weren't even in existence around me. It's like, how did they magically just showing up? I didn't see them at all at first, and then they started just popping up. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but when you don't see anyone except for you as an ethnicity, and then the indigenous people for over a month when you're there, something's a little funk, right? Something's a little off. Anyways, when you're a smart man and you pay attention to details like this, you recognize these sorts of things. So they started poking me with the stick. I said, hell no, I'm not having that. Okay, I'm just going to sit here and watch what you continue to do. They started sneaking English words in to what they were saying around me. And some of the things were violent, but some of the things were supposed to make me feel uncomfortable, threaten me. I was being swarmed, basically. Swarmed by people. Everyone knew who I was, obviously, because they were all doing it. The vast majority that were sneaking around were doing it, So they walked by me and they started to say something. They started threatening me. And then they ended with saying, kill you. We're going to kill you, this, that, and the other thing. So I was like, okay. And it's a country with a lot of cameras. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go into a place where there's no fucking cameras. Let's do this, right? Okay, I'm in an area where there's no cameras. If you want to kill me, then fucking do it. So I went into a bathroom and 4 guys swarmed in the bathroom. That was another thing. I couldn't get peace in the bathroom. I'd go lock myself into a bathroom stall trying to take a shit, and they'd be kicking the door and making all this noise and trying to knock the fucking door off the hinges practically. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? So there's 3 or 4 of them in the bathroom there doing that. I just zipped up, came out of the door, walked through them, and then washed my hands, and the boss was sitting outside the door. He did not expect me to come out like that. He didn't expect me to come out knowing that there's 3 or 4 guys in there. Maybe they're going to shank me or something like that. I didn't fucking care. I was tired of that shit. But he didn't know what to think because I looked right at him in the eyes, and he was like, oh, fuck. he had the look in his eyes like, this guy is by himself. He was going to walk through 5 of us and not care whether he was going to get stabbed to death or not. And that was after I had been threatened that they were going to kill me for a long time. And so, it's like, that's all small shit to me in reality. It's nothing that I haven't been through before. I've been through worse shit in my life. I've been fucking in a fight with the guy with the knife. I've had people shoot at me for over the course of a year, spraying me with shotgun pellets. I've been ran off the road in a motorcycle regularly. They did that regularly. They used to sabotage my motorcycle whenever I'd park it outside of a fucking store. Like shit like my foot pegs would be turned 90 degrees, so when I'd go around the corner, it'd kick out from underneath me. Sometimes they would like lubricate my rubber. They would take my rubber handles off of my handlebars or whatever you want to call it, my motorcycle, and they would like lube the inside of it. They would like Vaseline the inside and put it back on. So I'd get going down the road. I'd go around the corner hard, and the grip on the inside would slip off the bar. And then I'd drop that, and I'd try to grab the bar, and it was slippery with fucking Vaseline lubricant. Crimping my brake lines, loosening my brake lines, puncturing the seals of my wheel bearings so they would go bad. I saw that too. Someone stuck a screwdriver through one of because they're sealed bearings, right? They're sealed bearings on your motorcycle. Someone got a screwdriver in there and punctured one. Because you could tell it was a nice little rectangular hole, perfect for a flathead screwdriver. Someone punctured it so it would go bad quick. I managed to save my ass on that one, seeing it in the driveway. I could hear it because the wheel bearing was so broken that it was starting to shoot the balls out the side of the wheel bearing. I caught it before I left the driveway on that one. That would save my ass. But anyways, I've had so many fucking things happen to me, and those are the instances where people tried to like covertly take me out or fuck with me. Not say they're gonna kill me and then try and threaten me in the bathroom and shit like that. I just came out of the bathroom and was like, fuck that. Anyways, they kind of ran out of shit to do besides actually bury me. And to be honest, after all that I've been through, I kind of was hoping for that. I kind of like pray every day, like, hey, are you done yet? God, are you done yet? Because if there is a God, he's not very nice to me. But anyways, I suffered and endured enough. I finally said, fuck you. I have endured enough. I have proven my loyalty. I have proven the fact that I'm worthy of going the extra mile to do this, and you just want to push me further and keep moving the fucking goalpost. And I was like, what do you want from me? What the fuck do you want from me? You've seen my abilities. You know what I'm capable of. I lost 40 fucking pounds to the point where my ribs are showing. I mean, it's nothing that you would call attractive at that point, right? When you're getting down to the point where you're starting to look like a fucking skeleton, and you think that's cute, you got problems. So, I was trying to do what I was told to do, and it wasn't good enough for them, evidently. They just wanted to keep moving the goalposts. And finally, I was like, fuck it. I started walking, and they're like, wait, no, go do this. Wait, no, go do that. Come back. And I'm like, why? Why when you fuck with me for this long? Right? You fucked with me for that long, for 2.5 months, and you knew that I had a 90-day pass, right? I had a 90-day passport. My visa was for 90 days. I told you that I was going to stay for 90 days and we'll see where things go. And then I get to the airport and you have missionaries coming over trying to get me to extend my stay, and people trying to figure out how to keep me there. People walking by me saying, please don't go. All this subliminal bullshit. And in reality is, why didn't you care earlier? Why didn't it fucking matter to you earlier? Right? So when I look at things and I think about things, these people, I gotta work with these people. I think they have a soft spot for me. I kind of like them too. But when I have people that continually want to fuck with me, want to tell me I'm not worthy, want to tell me I'm late to the game, I'm not worthy of being a star, I'm not worthy of being this, that, that's kind of like passive-aggressive, covert, narcissist bullshit. I don't really need. It's beneath me. Let me put it to you like this. If you like me, you shouldn't be trying to fuck with my head. If you don't like me, well, yeah, you're going to be fucking with my head. But anyways, it's not going to really bother me. I'm going to see what you're doing. But in reality, it means nothing to me. All it means is that you are spending time, wasting your fucking time trying to annoy me. Kind of like how a teenager comes over that's a bully that tries to pester someone else. But when when a bully tries to pester someone else and that person doesn't give a shit, it doesn't fucking matter. All they're doing is wasting their time. So, like I said, these people are pretty cool. I think I could work with them. But when it comes down to it, you know, some of the people that they work around are kind of nasty. They don't really like me. And I think one of the reasons one of them doesn't like me is because I kind of rejected her. I kind of was like, nah, I'm not having that. And because I saw the writing on the wall the way she was. You know, I don't like narcissists because narcissists throw flying monkeys at you and they poke at you and they throw death threats at you if they don't get their way. And if they can't park you on their shelf and use you when they want to, they end up with basically an injured ego, right? And then they feel shame and shit like that. They didn't get what they want. And it's like, I ain't having none of that. I ain't dealing with that crap, right? I wanted to get in there. I wanted to show you what I was good at. I wanted to show you what I could do and help you out, get along the way. We could have some mutual agreement. You could hire me with a contract on salary. So there's no bullshit. So I don't have to run around and figure out how I'm going to get paid or what the fuck I'm going to do on the side. I think that's stupid. You should have fucking hired me. I actually knocked on your door. I actually came over and knocked on your door. I couldn't get past the fucking receptionist, which is lame because you all know who the fuck I am. The people who pestered me, I knocked on their door 4 fucking times. They let me in one time, and it's like, come on, I could have went right over to the coffee shop. Hey, buddy, I love you too. Anyways, here's my butt. This is my butt right here. You're a good boy. I missed the shit out of him. Yes, you're a cutie. Yeah, you look good. This boy almost died before I left, right? I had to save his ass before I went on my 4.5 month trip. But yeah, you know, like I said, I can work with you, right? I think I could work with you, but I think you need to have kind of an attitude adjustment and not be throwing shade at me when we have miscommunications. And you know what? I ain't working talking through a tunnel. Like, direct communication is going to be what's needed to be done. Otherwise, it's no go. You want to come talk to me? You want to come see me in person, heart to heart? That's fine. If you want to send a fucking messenger or a secretary, I'm not having that. There's too much miscommunication. There's too much bullshit along the way. I don't like it. The way that you guys operate is lame. To be honest, it creates way too much miscommunication and way too many fucking problems. So if you want someone that's honest and genuine that can actually upgrade your game and teach you a thing or two about what you can do to make things better, hey, I'm all for it. But I'm tired of being fucked with. So I'm kind of just kicking back. I'm going to have a nice dinner, fuck around out in my log cabin, pet my dog, live a good life, and not really give a shit whether you want me to work for you or not at this point. But in reality, hey, it'd be icing on the cake, right? I've done enough in my life. I could die tomorrow and not give a fuck. But you know what? Hey, if I could help you out and you could help me out, we could have a mutual arrangement, mutual agreement, mutual friendship, that'd be fucking cool. But that, you know, in reality, it's up to you and it's up to your attitude how you want to do things. So have a good day. I hope you get this message. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. I think you're cool. I think you have a lot of potential. I just think that we need to have clear and direct communication between each other so there's no bullshit along the way. I talk fast. I'm pretty much unhinged in the way that I speak. I don't even think before I speak. It just comes from my brain straight to my mouth. So what you get is you get genuine honesty from me, unfiltered mouth, and a real person, which is really what you need in the industry that you're in because there's not a lot of real people in there. I got to be honest. There's not a lot of real people in the industry that you're in. So I hope you get this message. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. And I hope you get what I'm throwing down. Anyways, you know, have a good day, have a good night, whatever time it is for you, and get this message. You know, maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll send you a golden ticket, right? You're gonna know who the fuck I am then, right? So here, buddy. No, you can't eat the fucking golden ticket. I've got a golden puppy. Go away. You can't eat my golden ticket. That's for somebody else. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, have a good night. Bye.